Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, your favorite podcast / social scientist, Braylon Acker. I just want to start off today's show by saying that I no longer have to sell my ovaries or donate blood for money because I totally got hired as a staff writer for the Licorn Chronicle. So, big shout out and thanks to Dark Moon creator Tom Freeman for an excellent interview and ergo securing steady income without the use of needles, scalpel, or anesthesia. I just want to clear up a couple of things about the classes of the characters in this podcast. They all have a +10 dexterity and have the ability to speak any language. Just kidding. But they are different classes. Mimi and Sugarcube are the only unicorns on this show. Mimi is actually the baby in a large family of unicorns, and she assures me that there are many, many more out there. They just prefer to live in the mountains of Tennessee because they have tons of waterfalls there. Mincinos is a Pegasus. Yes, he can fly, but he just chooses not to. His girlfriend Robin is actually a giant robin. Nora, Whal, is a narwhal. She's able to breathe outside of water because the entire restaurant is enchanted. If you remember, you have to go through a graveyard to get here, and graveyards are full of magic. Itsy, of course, is an anthropomorphic spider. Chalmers is an elf, as well as the two goons, Lefty and Righty. Well, they're half-elf. We'll get into that later. Mr. Dexterous, Mike, Madam Licorice, and I are all human. And just so you know, Chalmers is more like the Lord of the Rings elf instead of Santa's Little Helper's elf. You know what I mean? He's humanoid, and he's super hot, like Orlando Bloom hot. Now that you have a clearer picture of the characters that comprise our show, let's catch up on last week's episode. So Mimi had decided to become BFF with the Shadow Man. At first, she was totally terrified, and she seemed like a complete psycho. But he appealed to her ego, and now she is all in about keeping him around. The diabolical duo both seem to be put off by Madam Licorice. Mimi insists that the voodoo priestess is a fraud, but I don't think that's necessarily true. Mimi often projects her inadequacies on others, so it's no surprise that she's adamant about the priestess's authenticity. But the Shadow Man's resistance raises suspicion. Clearly, she must exhibit some sort of power, and you'll get just a tiny inkling of what she can do. Let's have a listen.
Ugh, I thought I told you not to bother me right now.
I am not bothering you. I'm asking you what time the truck is coming. We're all out of rolls, and I need to get some baked off before service.
The truck will be here when it fucking gets here. Mr. Dexterous has been shorting our orders and been dicking around with the delivery schedule ever since Chalmers teamed up with that fraud, Madam Licorice. Where is that pointed-eared elf anyway? He's fucking late and those dishes are piling up. I bet Cubes is with him.
Well, hun, don't come barking at me because there ain't any bread for the guests. And before you even start, the silverware has already been rolled.
Yeah, Nora, could you be a dear and take my picture?
I'm sorry, what?
It would just be great if you could take my picture like I asked you instead of standing there with your mouth open catching flies.
Just when I thought my prayers have been answered. What's this for, anyway? You've been banned from pretty much all social media.
It's my profile pic for that dating website, Plenty of Unicorns.
Well, good for you, hun. It's time you get over Mincinos and start finding love for yourself. Mimi, I am just so proud of you.
Oh, I'm not looking for love. I'm looking to get my bills paid. Shit, I've got a shoe habit to support and some bitch named Deborah at Licorn City Water to pay.
So this site is like an escort service? Honey, I know times are hard, but prostitution is a first-class ticket to the second layer of hell. You'll be next to awful people that do hideous things like watch R-rated movies.
Listen to that pretentious bitch. Hell isn't even real, anyways.
Really?
I've been walking on the other side for over 4 decades. Believe me, love, if hell existed, I'd be in it. You know, for being a communist.
Tell me about it. She talks as if hell is actually real.
Hell is real. You keep talking, Mimi.
Is it just me? Or does hearing this fucking Cooz's voice make you want to put a gun to your head? She don't even know the first thing about religion and why it was all made up.
Nora, it's not real. Religion is just some social mechanism used by the ruling class to keep the poor in line. I mean, look at you. You make $2.14 an hour and hardly get any tips because of that hatched boob job. So...
Wait just one darn minute. You cannot tell me what I believe in ain't real.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying you're poor and a dumb box, and it's not surprising that you make a big deal about what you're doing every Wednesday night. Like every other poor, desperate person.
I'm not going to sit here and take this. I know what I believe in.
Yep. Thanks for the pick. I look pretty hot. That ought to reel in the big bucks.
Well, enjoy being a prostitute.
Tell her a fucking prostitute was responsible for saving the Jews.
That's a good one. How do you know that?
I don't know what you're talking about. It definitely is not a good thing to be a prostitute.
I got bored. It's boring in the afterlife. You've got eternity to kill. So what do? You pick up the Bible and you start reading. It's not a very nice book for you birds, but for us blokes, it's pretty awesome.
Nora, you can go on and judge me. But like I said, I'm not a prostitute. I'm just looking for one sugar daddy for the next 12 weeks.
Why do you want a sugar daddy for 12 weeks, Mimi?
That's when my parenting course is over and I have my supplemental income again.
You mean your foster child? Really, Mimi? You might be better off hooking.
Maybe I am. Did you know that a prostitute saved the entire Jewish race? I'm sure you did. It's all in that book that you're always toting around, huh? Who knows? Maybe I'll be responsible for saving the entire race of our people.
Sounds like the truck is finally here. Maybe I can get some work done. Sorry I'm late. I'll catch up on the dishes after I unload the truck.
Hey, Mimi. Sorry I'm late, too. Chalmers was my ride. I'll get started on my prep right away.
Now, hang on a second. You don't just get to come in here and clock in and not explain your damn self.
I thought that I did explain myself.
You didn't say why you were late.
But I did. I said Chalmers was my ride, and that's why I was late.
What's it like waking up every morning and being that fucking stupid? It must be really refreshing.
Don't get all mad at Cubes. It ain't her fault we're late. I stopped by Madame Licorice's before I came into work. Called Mincinos last night, told him everything. He said it was fine.
Oh, did he?
That's right, love. Let them know who's in charge.
Yeah, I did. Hey, listen. Something's got to be done in order to get our shipments back to the way they were before Chalmers pissed off Mr. Dexterous.
So, something has been done. Something I don't think can be undone. Oh, Chalmers, honey, what did you do?
This one again, eh? Tell her to bugger off. All that southern hospitality's complete bollocks anyways. She's as mean as a viper, that one.
How the fuck did you get back in my kitchen, Nora?
When you start playing with Voodoo.
He wasn't playing. I saw it. Madame Licorice turned those two goons into zombies. And now Chalmers has complete control over them.
Cubes, honey. Zombies are not real.
Yes, they are. Chalmers has them on the loading dock. He told them to unload the truck.
Are you just going to stand there and let her fucking ignore you, or are you going to do something about it?
What can I do?
We can all hold hands and pray.
You can let her know that you're the boss. Point your hoof at her. Do it! Do it!
All right.
Mimi, I'm just tickled pink that you would be trying to resolve this situation like a proper Christian.
Now you're going to remind her that you're the boss. And don't stop pointing until I tell you.
No, Nora, you dumb box. I told you religion isn't real. Do you have so much fucking wax in those ear holes that you can't hear what I'm saying? Or are you choosing not to answer me?
Answer what, May?
How the fuck did you get back in my kitchen?
I came in through the door like, oh my Lord, my boobs! What is happening to my boobs? Witchcraft! Witchcraft!
They're deflated, biatch.
She'll leave now.
OMG, Nora. Your boobs went from dented grapefruits to flattened pancakes. Now I want pancakes. Does anyone mind if I run to Mr. Flapjack's? Cubes, baby. You gotta knock your prep out before you leave to the restaurant. No, I don't. Chalmers can tell one of his zombies to do it for me. Is that right? Well, shit, in that case, bring me back a short stack of buckwheat pancakes. You got it. Any other requests?
Short stack of buttermilk, babe. Sugarcube, I'm surprised at you. You think it's funny to make fun of my boobs? Look what happened to me.
Nora, this has nothing to do with you. I smoked a bowl in the parking lot, and now I have the munchies. Your boobs just reminded me that feeling in my stomach was hunger.
Shame on you, Sugarcube. Shame on all of you.
Hey, be sure to get Itsy's order before you head out.
I hope you all choke on your pancakes, you heathens.
Get the fuck out of my kitchen, Nora.
I reckon you don't need Madam Licorice.
You don't. You've got me. And whatever you do, stay away from that cunt. She's trouble.
That's right, Chalmers, I don't. I've got friends in low places. Or I got a hit. Someone liked my profile. I knew it was a hot-ass pic. What is the commotion here? I was portioning out fillets when I heard the desperate wails of a widow in... Shut the fuck up, terrorist. Many pardons. Just offering assistance. I will return to my prep book.
Hey, did you give Cubes your order?
I requested it myself. But it's a cheese that grape will do in a pinch. Mr. Flapjacks doesn't make terrorist food, so you'll have to just deal with it. I will be happy with whatever Cubes brings back.
Well, I have work to do.
Me too. I've seen enough shit for one day.
I too return to prep. Many blessings, Mimi. That's right, Itsy. Go do what I'm paying you to do instead of running your mouth. Chalmers, what is that around your neck?
It's an amulet. It has their souls contained in like this crystal. So I have to be extra careful not to break it.
Why the fuck would you wear that to work?
It's a truck day and the dishes are piling up.
I don't like it. Get them out of here. They're creeping me the fuck out. That no soul shit. Nope.
Don't be daft, Mimi. You have two swords doing % works for free. It's a win for you. Whatever you don't want to do, just command Chalmers to do it for you. It's easy, really.
Madam Licorice told me to keep them close. You know, keep an eye on them.
Chalmers, do you think they need brains to eat? I mean, Nora's practically worthless without her tits, so we can just use her for food.
No, I've got these moss pellets. I'm supposed to feed them every 6 hours.
But I thought you had zombies.
I do. They're like real zombies, not the shit you see in the movies. Madam Licorice said...
Fuck her.
Well, she said that real zombies go all the way back to Haitian Voodoo. They're reanimated corpses under the control of a shaman.
You're no fucking shaman.
No, I'm a dishwasher and a halfway decent drug dealer. I know Mr. Dexterous will attack me, and when he does, I want to be ready.
And having these two idiots are your protection?
Yeah, because what Mr. Dexterous doesn't know is that they are his sons from a one-night stand.
Really? Who is their mother?
Alla Izquierda.
You mean that stripper with the eye patch? That's their mom?
Ex-stripper, and yes, that's their mother. She kept it from Mr. Dexterous because he read Oedipus Rex as a teenager and swore he'd never have children.
We all read Oedipus as teenagers. I think it's a part of the fucking curriculum or something. Did Mr. Dexterous think having kids would lead to patricide?
That should work out nicely. Then you could get a new food vendor, or even better, take over his business.
I guess. That's what they said while Madame Licorice had them in a trance. But they wouldn't kill Mr. Dexterous. Not unless I told them to.
This has been very interesting, but you're boring me now. My phone keeps dinging, and what you say is not important as me getting a sugar daddy right now.
Sure. Lefty, righty, come on in, guys. How about you knock these dishes out while I take a smoke break?
I don't believe this shit. I'm going to make Unicorn Sugar Daddy 69 into a zombie.
I'm warning you. Stay away from that Madame Licorice.
Oh, I'm not using black magic to make a zombie. I'm going to use my vagina.
Wow. I honestly don't even know where to begin with this outro. Woo! Okay, so Madame Licorice clearly has the power to take someone's soul and place it in an amulet for safekeeping. Chalmers seems to be content to have Lefty and Righty do his work. That goes to show you that the priestess really is not someone to be taken lightly, at least in the realm of black magic. But the Shadow Man also has the ability to summon magic and channel it through Mimi. Wow. I know Nora losing the buoyancy of her breast in itself is not funny, but I'm sorry, who am I kidding? It was hilarious. It took everything inside me not to laugh while I was recording. Obviously, Mimi took away any sexual power Nora had by deflating her breasts. Was it because Nora refused to answer Mimi's question? Possibly, but Mimi is a sociopath and can rationalize any behavior, even using her vagina to turn men into zombies. Mimi's blatant use of sex as a weapon could only mean trouble for Unicorn Sugar Daddy 69. It's not a matter of if, but a matter of when he'll fall under Mimi's spell. Tune in next time to find out what happens. Until next time, thanks for listening. The Sweetgrass Cafe is a new podcast, so please give us a rating and review. We'd really appreciate it. The show was created by Lauren Rose and Erika Reynolds, and it was written and produced by Erika Reynolds. Music was provided by purpleplanet.com, and the sound effects came from freesoundeffects.com.